You step into the shower after a long day in the Southwest Florida heat, expecting a high-pressure blast. Instead, you get a sad, sputtering trickle. Dealing with weak water flow is a chronic and deeply frustrating reality for Cape Coral homeowners. When the pressure drops suddenly, it is easy to panic and assume you need to tear open your walls for a complete home repipe. Take a breath. In many cases, the cause of the restriction is far more accessible than a buried main line or a crumbling foundation. Before you start turning valves, you need a few basic items. Gather some white vinegar, an old toothbrush, and a pair of pliers wrapped in a protective rag. Finally, ensure absolutely all water-using appliances inside and outside the house are completely turned off. Working methodically through your home's plumbing separates a simple 5-minute DIY repair from a catastrophic and expensive misdiagnosis. Step 1 is figuring out the exact geographic location of the restriction. Turn on the kitchen sink, the bathroom faucets, and the showers in different rooms. You are looking to see if the drop in pressure is isolated to a single fixture or if it affects the entire home's water supply. If you find a single sink giving you trouble, you need to test the hot versus cold water flow. Turn on just the cold water, observe the pressure, turn it off, and then switch to just the hot water. If the incoming blue cold water flows strongly, but the hot water is a weak trickle, the blockage is trapped near your water heater. Sediment builds at the base, choking the supply. Pinpointing the scope of the problem dictates your next move. A single clogged sink means you are fighting a localized maintenance issue, while a whole house drop indicates a severe system-wide failure. If the low pressure is isolated to a few specific fixtures, Florida's severe hard water is the primary culprit. High levels of dissolved calcium and magnesium create calcification. Calcification is where hard water minerals crystallize and build up inside your plumbing, acting like cholesterol to choke the internal diameter of your pipes. To clear this out, head to the affected sink. Using your rag-wrapped pliers to protect the finish, carefully unscrew the aerator located at the very tip of the faucet spout. Look inside that small metal screen. You will almost certainly find it entirely blocked by tiny white rocks and sand-like grit. That is the hard water scale breaking loose from your pipes and getting trapped right at the exit point. Drop the clogged aerator into a bowl of white vinegar and let it soak for an hour. The acid in the vinegar naturally dissolves the mineral scale, allowing you to gently scrub away the remaining grit with your old toothbrush. Screw the clean aerator back onto the spout and turn the tap on. You will immediately see a restored, smooth flow of water. Performing this routine cleaning on your terminal fixtures is the most effective and affordable defense against the relentless buildup of local hard water minerals. If your entire house has low pressure, you need to check the main infrastructure. Walk outside and locate your home's main water shutoff valve, which is usually found near a garden hose bib or occasionally inside the garage. A fully open lever-style handle must sit perfectly parallel to the pipe. A round gate valve knob should be cranked fully counterclockwise. Even a partially closed valve throttles flow, but stop immediately if it requires heavy force. Aging CPVC pipes in hot climates become highly brittle. Forcing a stiff valve will cause microscopic cracks and snap the pipe completely. Once you verify the main valve is safely open, conduct the final system diagnostic test. Keep all interior and exterior water off and walk out to your street-level water meter. Look closely at the dial under the glass cover. You are looking for the leak indicator. This is usually a small, distinct red triangle that spins, or actively moving digital numbers on newer models. If everything in your house is off, but that meter is still actively moving, your closed plumbing system is losing pressure to a hidden underground slab leak. Water is escaping into the dirt under your concrete foundation before it ever reaches your fixtures. Cleaning an internal clog is a harmless afternoon chore. A compromised main line or a cracked pipe beneath your concrete slab elevates the situation to a direct structural threat to your property. By following these steps, you have reached one of two outcomes. You are either enjoying a hot, high-pressure shower right now thanks to a clean aerator, or you possess a precise diagnosis of a major system failure. Certain physical symptoms require you to abandon DIY efforts and shut off your main valve immediately. If your pressure drops suddenly and drastically to zero, Or if weak flow is accompanied by brown, foul-smelling water, dirt and contaminated groundwater are actively infiltrating a broken pipe. Professional intervention is required the moment your diagnostic points to heavy lifting tasks. Sourcing an underground slab leak requires specialized acoustic listening equipment. Replacing a failing pressure-reducing valve requires precise pipe soldering. Navigating highly brittle CPVC plumbing requires specialized tools to avoid shattering the lines. Recognizing the physical limits of DIY troubleshooting protects your home from thousands of dollars in secondary water damage. When your diagnosis points to a varied leak or a failing mainline, Smooth Plumbing provides the permanent, upfront solution Cape Coral and Fort Myers residents trust to get the water flowing right the very first time.